Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. What we're gonna do today is, as you can probably see from the thumbnail or the whatever you call it, we are gonna test Olivia Hale Makeup. Now, some products I've actually used before. Like I use the primer every single day. I think it's brilliant. And then other products never used before, so I just thought it'd be really fun to just buy a full face and give them a go. The only things I don't have are a mascara and a powder, so I'll have to improvise with them, but other than that I think I have everything else, so we'll give it a go, and if I think, oh, where's that, then I'll probably not have it, but we'll see what happens. I've got mostly everything. So what I'm going to start with is, it's going to be like a really simple look because there wasn't like a great variety of like eyeshadows, so I'm just going to do my base first. So I'm going to use the Olivia Hale primer. As you can see, it's very well loved. I'm sure you've seen me using it in videos before. It's like a silicone type primer. I quite like it. Okay, so what I'm going to use next is the foundation. Now, I've never actually used this before itself. I just used it in my mixing all my foundations together video, so I don't know what it's actually like on its own. Now, Olivia Hale actually has like their own makeup brushes as well, so I have like this foundation brush, and I also have like the wee sponge. It sort of looks like the Real Techniques ones, but I think I'll go with the brush first and then see what I think, and then use the sponge too, but probably just with the concealer, but I'll see how I feel and go from there. But I'm just going to go wet the sponge. I'll be right back, and then I'll start putting the foundation on. Okay, so the sponge actually like grew quite a bit and it's really soft. It feels like the Real Techniques ones. So like I think this was like £1, maybe £2. I know the Real Techniques ones aren't that much, but like it feels pretty good. I don't have the Real Technique one here, but I have like a Kira Daily one. It's quite similar. It's almost a wee bit softer. No, that's not wet though, so that might be why. I have a Morphe one. Yeah, I mean like it's pretty flippin' soft like. Okay, so I'll start out with a brush. I'll maybe give the sponge a go just as well, because I would use the sponge as well, like in my normal makeup. So the brush is like, feels quite nice, quite soft. Doesn't really have much details on it. It says that it'll give you a seamless, balanced coverage, so let's see how that goes. The foundation is in Ivory Lace as well. Okay, so that foundation has given me like no coverage whatsoever. Like all my spots are still there. Like you can see everything. Everything is still there. The colour isn't bad, but I think that's because there's literally like no coverage to it whatsoever. I don't even think it'd be worth putting on like another layer. Like it's just, like as soon as I started blending it in, it just disappeared. So I think even if I put like another layer on, it's just gonna blend right into my skin. So I have the concealer here. For some reason it says dark, but this was the lightest concealer that they had, so I don't really understand that, but sure, we'll give it a go. Hopefully this has a bit of coverage. I don't know if you can see, but there's very little difference between this eye and this eye. This has like no coverage. So they're no good whatsoever. There's like no coverage, like literally. It's like putting on moisturiser. Like my face just looks like it has a little bit of colour and really shiny. So I would not recommend those unless you like I like a light coverage. I'm not like, with foundations I'll wear like barely any and I'll still be okay, but this is something else. Like, they're so bad. If you're looking for like the lightest coverage ever in a foundation plus a concealer, get these, but it's just not any good in my opinion. I wouldn't ever buy it myself. Maybe if you're like starting out with makeup and you just want something on your skin, it could work that way, but I wouldn't get it if you're wanting any form of coverage. You could sort of wear it to school maybe, then you know there's something there, it gives you a wee bit of colour and like the tiniest bit of coverage, but anything else I wouldn't get it. Okay, so like I said, there was no powder, so I'm just going to use my own powder, and there's like no coverage or anything with this powder, so I'm not shading or anything, it's just literally to make myself feel not greasy. This powder is so cheap as well, but I don't think you can get it anymore. It was from Pound the World, but I think they've all closed down now, but unless you can get like Miss Beauty somewhere else. But I really like this, this powder, I think it's really good. Especially with me being so pale, this is like white, but it doesn't like leave a cast or anything. The bags under my eyes are definitely out for show today. Okay, so what I'm going to use next is the bronzer. Hopefully this can do something. It's just like a really like matte bronzer. Ooh, it's a little bit orangey. I don't know how this is going to work. I'll maybe contour with it first just to see, and then work and see if I want to use it as a full bronzer. That's okay, that kind of works for me. I mean, like, all of this makeup it's really cheap, like I'm pretty sure all of it's under £2. So if we can even get a couple of like good gems out of this, then that'll make it worth it, right? I'm just going to use this as a bit of a bronzer as well, although I actually think it's a wee bit better as a contour. I know I was saying like it looked orangey, but it also looks a bit muddy on the skin. It's showing up way better on camera than it is in real life. Actually, do you know what? It's not that bad. It isn't. It really isn't that bad. It might just be a wee bit too dark for me. I think that's all it is. If I was wearing like fake tan or something, I think this would actually be an okay bronzer. So if you're like tanner, I think get that. I think it's an okay bronzer after all. Okay, so there was no highlight. So I picked up this eyeshadow. I might use it on my eyes as well, but I sort of thought that it kind of looked like it could have been a good highlight too. So I'm going to give it a go. See what happens. So yeah, it's like this pale pinky eyeshadow. Just gonna test it on my hand. Like, can you see that? It's quite pretty. I think it'll be a nice highlighter. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I really like that. It works really well. It's really nice. Okay, and then I have like a Olivia Hale blusher in the shade Bramble. It's quite pretty. I have used this before. I really liked it when I first got it, so I sort of had to use it like straight away. But it's really pretty. It just gives you like a really nice glow on your cheeks. It's really nice. I really like it. And then I have the brow palette. So it comes with like a little tiny spoolie and then like a double-ended angled brush. So I'll give it a go. Now there's like a gel side and then a powder side. I might use the gel side a wee bit, but I don't know. Just gonna brush through my brows with a wee spoolie. So this is the gel. Not really doing too much. I'm gonna use the powder. I just don't really think that gel is really doing anything. I mean, it didn't really do too much. I have quite dark eyebrows anyways, and I almost felt like the powder was a wee bit lighter on them, and then the gel just didn't do anything really. They're just a wee bit darker now. I mean, if you're just learning how to do eyebrows, that could work really well for you, but I don't know if I would like recommend it out. It's okay. It does the job. But that was the only colour I could find as well, so my eyebrows are this dark. if you were like blonde eyebrows, or sorry, light eyebrows, and you don't like putting dark products into it, don't get this. It ain't gonna work. Sorry, I ran out of memory, so I had like windows lights and stuff, so it might sort of like jump in together there, but you'll get my meaning. Okay, so eyeshadow. I have the one that I use for highlighter. I have like this darky, bronzy, goldy colour, and then I have this gold colour. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have to use the bronzer as a transition to start with, and then sort of go from there. I think I'm just going to leave it with the gold, to be honest. I think it's kind of a hot mess already and I don't want to add any more to it. All I'm going to do is take that like highlighty eyeshadow shade and pop it in my inner corner and on my brow bone, just to add a bit of light back into the situation. So like I said, there is no mascara, so I'm just going to throw on some mascara and then come back and do the lips, and then I'll be us. Okay, so that's mascara I put on. Mascara definitely makes a difference. Now, I was having like a proper look at my base and stuff whilst I was doing my mascara, and it doesn't look as bad anymore. So, you know, not that I take back what I said, but it's not as bad as I said. I think that if you like didn't want like a full coverage of, but you still wanted like wear like foundation and concealer every day, you could wear this. I think it kind of looks nice now that it's got everything else on top of it, so I think it is wearable. It's just very, very light coverage, but some people like that, so you do you. What I'm going to use now is just the Olivia Hale lip liner, sorry, in Velvet Berry, just to line my lips. I really like that lip liner. It's really, really creamy and smooth, and it feels like it's just really nice to apply. Definitely recommend it. And then I'm going to use the Olivia Hale lipstick in Naked Mauve. I don't think these colours are going to match each other, but we'll do it anyways. So those lip colours do not match each other whatsoever, but I keep running out of memory. I really need to delete stuff off my camera. I hope this is the saving grace. This is the Olivia Hale Lip Gloss in Naked Mauve as well. There must be a lip liner called Naked Mauve too. I'm just going to throw this on. So I have one more thing. Now, it's not Olivia Hale, but I got it in Poundland, so it's £1. And if you can get this stuff from Olivia Hale, so I never mentioned where it's from. You get it on Home Bargains, but if you can go to Home Bargains, you can go to Poundland. So I got this Max and More setting spray from Poundland, so I just thought I would give it a go with the rest of this makeup just to see if it's any good. I mean, it's not really like I'm wrecking too much. That is the finished look. I mean, it's not too bad. It's really not. It's a natural, everyday-ish look. I wouldn't use the foundation again, wouldn't use the concealer again. Would maybe use the bronzer again if I was tan. Would definitely use the eyeshadows again. They were really good. Wouldn't really bother with the eyebrow kit again. Definitely use the brush and the sponge again. They are brilliant. If there's anything I can recommend to you is getting the sponge. It's really good. I would definitely use the primer again. I love the primer. I've been using it for so long. The blusher is brilliant. Lipsticks, lip liner, lip gloss, amazing. Couldn't fault them. But yeah, guys, that is me, and until next time, guys, I love yous. Bye.